Hi everyone, Jenny here from Cosmic Gypsy Tarot, back with another weekly Tarotscope for you for the week of July 27th through August 2nd. So we're going to tune in and see what kind of overall energy we're dealing with for this week, and we're going to find out what some of the challenges might be, and then we're going to find out what messages from our soul are there to support us for the week, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with a little bit of what the overall energy, the overall theme that the collective will be dealing with for this week. We're using the Sacred Rebel Oracle deck. I love this deck. It's one of my favorites. I will use it for almost all of my readings just because it's so right on every single time. I love it. And in the blog post for the Spirit Voyage website, we're going to include a guided visualization that Alana includes that will help support you with the energy for this week, okay? So check out the blog post and that message will be there for you. Okay, I have to tell you guys, this is crazy. Okay, so this is the way that tarot works every single time. This come to life as I was doing pre-shuffle. I pre-shuffle the cards before I get on camera because I like to just like drop into the energy and see like what's going on. And this card flew out and I was like, oh, this card is so amazing. Like, it goes right along with what we were talking about for last week, which is like envisioning this big, bold, amazing version of your life. And if you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. But look at this one, come to life. This card came flying out while I was shuffling. So I know that this is the message for this week. It's like Spirit wants everyone to know you are in a creative process right now. Look at the way she's like painting herself back to life. So for those of us who have been really struggling, this has been such a hard year for so many different reasons, okay? But we're in the beginning phases of putting ourselves back together. This revolution has been an external revolution and it's been an internal revolution. And we are in the process of, it's almost like a rebirthing process on an individual level and on a collective level. It's so intense, okay? And so there is a bit of gentleness and nurturing that is needed for everyone for this week as we really paint ourselves back to life. We paint something new for our lives. We are actively creating rather than being in the envisioning phase of everything. We are actively creating this life for ourselves now, okay? So we're taking, these are just the first little baby steps. We're coming back to life, okay? And this is going to be an ongoing process throughout the rest of the month, okay? So this is just the beginning. Now let's find out what some of our challenge to this process might be from painting ourselves back to life as this image. The artist is Autumn Sky. Autumn Sky Art. Her artwork is so amazing. She's on Instagram and she also has an Etsy shop. So I love her work. She's one of my favorite artists. This is just a beautiful image. Come to life. So let's find out what our challenges might be to that. What's going to hold us back? Always something trying to hold us back, right? Change and growth is scary. So what's trying to hold us back this week? The Ace of Swords, okay, new ideas. This is a supportive card. This is really great, actually. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords coming in to remind us that when we are still and silent, that enlightenment comes. It's not something that we have to force, okay? So I really feel like this card wants to share with us that we don't have to be too pushy about it. We don't have to be like, okay, I'm creating this life of my dreams and I'm gonna do this right now. This is a process. And this is just the beginning. We have the ace showing up to remind us this is just the beginning phase. This is a marathon. This is not a race, okay? But the inspiration that we will need is going to be there for us. Look at this coming straight into her brain. It's like the inspiration that we need is there, and we're going to know exactly what we need to do in order to make it happen. Okay, so this is beautiful. This is a really, really, really supportive card for this week. And I would say that if you are feeling less than inspired, if you are struggling to find inspiration or the desire to create change, if you're really struggling to even like, I don't even, whatever, if you're really in that sort of mindset, I would say, take some time, do something very sweet for yourself, play some beautiful music. We've got a gorgeous playlist for you. Just do something to shift the vibration, do something to shift your energy. And I would say that some space for silence will be really, really important for you this week. Okay, so try to create that for yourself. Now let's get a little bit of soul guidance. See what Spirit wants you to know to support you through this week and creating this life. Whatever these actions, these inspired actions are that you need to take. Let's see what your soul wants you to know about it. Again, we have inner child work. I cannot believe this card came up again. This is the card that just came up for last week. So we are still dealing with this need to work on these core issues, these things that are keeping us in, I don't want to, denial is not the right word. It's like delusion. It's like these core issues that we've been carrying around with us for so long have been deluding our minds about what is possible, about what we're capable of doing, and about what we can create in our life. Okay. And so for many of us, this looks like betrayal, or it looks like not being good enough, or it looks like not having something to offer. These are all issues that were coming up last week. And again, they're coming up this week. So there's more work to be done. Now do this from a loving space. Do this in the way that you would nurture your friend through it. Many times it's much easier for us to think about how we would want to speak with our friends versus the way that we're actually speaking to ourselves. Okay. And so as you do this inner child work, as you dig into the depths and find out what's really there, what's really been holding you back, and you start to heal those issues, love yourself as if you would love your best friend through it. It's really so important. Okay. Now more than ever. Now is the time. With this card coming up twice in a row, I mean, there's 78 cards in this deck. I shuffle them beforehand. And so it really is clear that many, many, many of us out there are still dealing with these core issues that need to be healed. And so I can't encourage you enough to be brave. And if there's something that you know you've been denying, you know you haven't wanted to face, now is the time to do that, okay? Because it is going to help you come back to life. It's going to bring you back to your truth, back to yourself. It's going to bring you the enlightenment and the excitement about life that you have been wanting and missing. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope this is helpful for you. And again, I send you so much love, and I wish you all the love and support that you need as you do the inner work and as you move forward in your life. Sanam.